Greetings, RSN team. I'm Carol Talbert, your RSN Field Operations Support Team Manager. Welcome back to the Parts Closer to the Customer podcast series. In this series, this is our second. This is where we will examine multiple operational initiatives that are in progress, and we'll review the long-term impact and metrics that are going to help us achieve success as a support organization. If you remember in our first episode, Jim Floberg helped us set the foundation for this series, talking about our goals and strategies at a high level. Today, we're going to dive a little deeper now into our FedEx partnership strategy and what this means to our service organization. My guest today is Tammy Kafka, Vice President of our Field Service Organization. So I'm excited, Tammy, to talk to you about FedEx. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Carol, for having me. I'm so excited about the potential that FedEx is going to bring to the table, and I'm happy and excited to share more with you.
So let's jump right into this. We'll set the clock on the podcast and make sure we're focused. And we'll start right off with the first question, Tammy. Why did we switch to FedEx from Flash as our 3PL, or third-party logistics provider?
I think the most important thing for our organization to understand is the why. And so establishing a partnership with an industry-proven leader is a key component of our strategy to recapture number one in service and support through delivering excellence every day. So by making that commitment in our partnership with FedEx, we believe we will be able to achieve that goal. I'd also, besides the why, share a little bit about the process or what we went through to make the decision that we made to choose FedEx as our partner. So if people aren't aware, we initiated an RFP in the U.S. market because we wanted to find that right partner that could be a strategic consultant and a service provider. This RFP began in the November 2019 timeframe. We had an initial pool of over 18 different vendor providers across the U.S. The pool was originally chosen from the Gartner supply chain Magic Quadrant. This Gartner is an IT consulting firm which evaluates the most prominent third-party logistics providers in North America. So we were fortunate to be able to use their research to better understand all the different third-party logistics providers and what their capabilities were. From there, we were able to narrow the pool down to a group of 5. This is where the real work or the fun began. So the cross-functional team that we had from our global spares organization, some of our RSN field operations support team members, yourself included, some of our field members from our field team, quality, procurement, and others helped to screen all those suppliers using our defined requirements. We then were able to conduct on-site visits with each supplier, and that was a critical part of the overall evaluation and the final selection process. FedEx, as our new warehouse and network provider, will give us end-to-end accountability with their management of the parcel delivery responsibility also, which was a big part in our decision for why we chose FedEx.
Tammy, that's a great background. And as you know, I had the fun opportunity to be a part of that entire process and now going forward as part of the project. So I am very excited with this new partner.
Me too.
You know, I just see such gains for us throughout the entire organization. What does FedEx offer that we've been missing in the past then? What is it that you and I see that we want to share with everyone else?
Yeah, great question. And I want to share this because most of us all know FedEx. We don't know FedEx in the way that we're going to now be a partner with them. We know them for our normal mail parcel service. But what FedEx really is they're a strategic and a consultative partner, and they have the skills and tools to evaluate what our overall forward stocking location strategy should be, and they can use our data. They are industry leading, so we're going to rely on them to be a consultative partner, not somebody that just executes what we hand them. They also provide an industry-proven or reliable, robust service for same-day drives and our next flight out logistics. I mean, that's been an area that we have struggled with under our current provider, and this is an area that we are expecting immediate and significant improvement. They offer end-of-runway service out of Memphis So that will also increase the window to place orders for next day delivery. That's a direct benefit to our engineers and most importantly, our customers. The FedEx IT solutions are going to provide real-time updates on orders and shipments. They're going to give us improved visibility, both to our engineer and for our customers. How many times is somebody out there and they just don't know where a part is? Or an example you shared today, we needed to figure out where a critical part is. This will help us eliminate that need to have to go manually track that information. In addition, the new partnership with FedEx, one of the things I was really excited about was that our global partners will also be placing the supplier relationship role that exists here in Indianapolis to ensure that we have closer alignment between FedEx and RSN. So in today's world, that role is in Mannheim, if people don't know that. That's a long way away to be somebody that's a partner for us. So now they'll be here in Indianapolis working alongside you and your team and others.
So Tammy, great points. I'm especially as excited about the last bullet there that we talked about with that supplier relationship manager being there in Indianapolis with us so that they're in our time zone. We can help work and partner with them to understand our business and things unique to our customers and our market. And they can translate and then work with FedEx as that consultative partner to help us make those leaps in our performance and capabilities. So with all of that said, give us a sense of the transition timeline.
Yeah, I think the transition timeline is really important for our entire organization to understand because we're all going to play a role and we need to execute on our commitment, whatever our role is, so that we have a successful transition. So face-to-face workshops have already started and are ongoing with FedEx currently. The timelines will be established based upon all the project tasks. The longest timeline or lead time we know is going to be the IT interfaces between our Roche systems and the FedEx system. The target to complete the transition is by the end of Q2 2020, but I want to emphasize that's not finalized yet. The FedEx project management SMEs are projecting about a 3 to 5 month average for this type of a transition and the size of a project. I also want to share that it's important that we understand the contract extension with our current provider, Flash, does now contain financial penalties if they were to fail to perform to the defined metrics that we've put in place with them. The goal is to stabilize Flash throughout the transition so that we can keep our business going. And we'll also share, Flash has been a good partner with us and very committed to doing this, even while they know we're making a transition away from their business. We were not able to broadly announce the RFP originally due to the sensitivity with our current provider. So that's why we're sharing this information now, even though the decision was made late last year. However, in preparation for the potential of this new partnership, we all have been working to reduce excess inventory in both trunk stock and customer sites. And many of our field employees have been helping us do this since early last year to prepare for this new partnership and this transition in 2020. So our goal is to have all excess inventory returned from the field prior to starting the project with FedEx. We have also documented all of our customer service level agreements with any specific requirements or financial penalties that we might have in contracts with customers that are associated to spare parts. And this readiness really prepares us for an easier transition with FedEx. So let me emphasize again that the timeline right now is still an estimated timeline, but we're very committed to meeting this. We're excited about this partnership. We're excited to make this transition. We want to do it fast, but we want to do it right as well. So we will be diligent and we will update everybody as the timeline goes on.
Tammy, this is good stuff. And you are exactly right. The field has, at all levels of our field organization, they've been very supportive as we've been preparing and continue throughout this year to prepare for this transition. So again, thank you for taking time today. This transition is really exciting. It's going to offer quite a bit in terms of innovation and savings for our field colleagues and, as importantly, for our customers. So as we talked about before, our goal in this podcast series is to provide you with digestible updates on our Parts Closer to the Customer initiatives. So stay tuned for our next episode where we will review our FSL and Trunk Stock 2020 strategy in a bit more detail. Remember our focus, right part, right place at the right time.